Yes. Hmm. You know, this is a super important concept as it relates to the power of being a citizen in the States. A man's castle is his home. Yeah. Now, when you don't enforce those rights because you're in your own way, your own military, eventually you'll remove all of my power, right, to build whatever I want as long as I build it according to code. Yes. These codes that are passed, yes, I have an obligation to do what the law requires. And it's not crazy to think this way. I actually have that obligation. But you, as a government, cannot tell me how big I can build it. Pooch. You can't tell me what it has to look like. Pooch. I can build any fucking thing I want as long as I build it to code. You can't take my freedoms of power to make the decisions about what I do as a citizen, yes, without any enforcement of the law saying that what I'm doing is against the law. Yeah. Now, there was something I had seen in here. Yeah. I thought it was somewhat important. Now, for every individual in the building industry that's ever had to get a permit to build, yes, or every building inspector that has had to sign off on everything built, yes, that it was built according to the requirements of law. This whole concept of the government taking the power of the citizens and telling them not only how they have to build, but what they can build, where they can build, pooch, and what it has to look like because they decided. See, I've designed my own home. Yes. I spent time thinking about how to innovate some of the very unique innovations, the reverse polarity magnets that lift the roof off the house. Yes. The heating system that cycles the heat from the basement to the no, from the ceiling to the basement using low energy fans. Yes. See, when all the heat rises in a building, yes, if you are able to take that heat and move it to the bottom of the actual building, yes. Because why am I letting it go out the roof? I could use that. Yes. Now, this is what you call forming and pouring foundations. Oh, you see these foundations here? I've actually done this myself where you have these little clips in there and it's kind of time consuming. Then you have rebar in there and then you get a cement truck and you have to do this and you have to build all of this. Let's say I made all of that out of recycled garbage that had the same strength but half the weight. Now, if you've never carried a form, yes, to pour a foundation, you wouldn't know what I'm talking about. But I've carried a lot of them, and they're heavy, and I don't like them. Now, you're obstructing me from making some improvements in building. Yes, this cement that we use, it requires a tremendous amount of heat to make cement. Did you know that? I looked through all the cement manufacturing companies of the United States of America. I think I can introduce some new innovations that will make cement manufacturing a lot less expensive. And for any person that's ever formed in a foundation, not using wood products, yes, but using my new, yes, recycled garbage forms, yes, will save a lot of energies, injuries, yes, and the whole cost of making a foundation. Now, you say, well, we can do this because we're the law. I'd say your military is obstructing me from taking all of these. Yes. See, I know about these clips and how all this has to work in assembling the forms. Yes, he does. But these fucking things are really heavy. I can make everything out of recycled garbage just like it was made from trees. Oh, now I would like to do that and be able to have the power to sell it to every found. See, I have the right to design what the power of my mind gives me to design. If you get an actual blueprint of the house that I designed, yes, I took it to the city. Yeah, he did. um, there are certain powers reserved for the citizens and the states. Give me every employee of every building department, every permit issued for the last 20 years, and every government employee in the military of the family that has decided you're going to tell us what we build.